Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to cut a dartless pencil skirt with hip allocation or back allocation. So what I have here, we are first going to cut the front part of the skirt. Do you get it? So please, if you are watching me and you have not yet subscribed, I want to beg you to consider subscribing, like and share this video. And so what we are going to do is that you will first measure your larger part, which is your hip, and then divide it by 4 and then add the extra allowance you want. And so the hip that I'm using is 46 divided by 4 is going to be 11.5. And so 11.5, this is 11.5, and I added about 3.5 inches to it, which is okay to give me all that I need. Do you get it? And so the upper part here is going to be our waistline. Do you get it? So we are going to place it here and then mark our hip line. And so my hip, I'm going to mark 9 inches. 9. I'll come here too and measure the same 9. And I'm going to draw a line. Okay. And then I'm going to mark my knee, my waist to knee, 22. But I'm going to take 2 inches from it, and that's going to be 20. So 20 here. You don't have to measure exactly on your knee, because if you do that, you might not be able to move your legs. So I'll put 20 here. Okay, so let me draw the line. So the next thing to do is to measure the length of the skirt. The length of the skirt is going to be 39. So this is 39 and I've added 2 inches to it. 1 inch is going to be for sewing allowance. The rest I will turn it in. I'll use the lining to turn it in this way. Do you get it? Turn it in. So that's what I will do. So that's the length. Okay, so we are going to do a little bit of math here now. Because I'm going to make it dartless, we are going to deduct something from the front, add it to the back here and there. Do you get it? Okay, so my hip, so the waist I'm using is 38. Okay, waist is 38. So you divide it by 4, and that's going to give us, that's going to be 9.5. That is for my waist. Do you get it? And then now we come to the hip. The hip is 46. So 46, we are going to divide it by 2. We are going to divide 46 by 2. Hope you get it. And that's going to give us 23. Now this 23, we are going to deduct 1.5 from it. Do you get it? So the back will be 23. So front is going to be 23. 23 minus 1.5. Do you get it? So we are taking it from the front line. So that's going to be, it's going to give us 21.5. And this is going to be for the front. So we'll divide it into 2 and we'll use it. Then the back is going to be 23 plus this 1.5. And that's going to give us 24.5. Going to be 10.75. So you can run it to 11. Do you get it? Let's just run it to 11. Okay, so we are going to place these measurements on the fabric. And so the waist here is going to be 9.5. And then the hip here is going to be 11. Now with the 1.5 we deducted. If your hip, the differences between your hip and your waist is less than 6, then use 1 inch. But if it's more than 6, you are going to use 1.5. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that what I have at the waistline here, which is 9.5, I'm going to take the same thing to the down. Do you get it? Yes, I'm going to take the same thing here. Or you can decide your hip measurement, then you divide it by 4 and then take and then you take you minus 1.5 for 2 inches from it. You mark exactly 10 here. Okay, and so this 10 that I've marked here, I'll bring the same thing at the knee here. Do you get it? So 9.5, 9.5. Okay, so I'm going to join it. Then I'm going to come here to the knee. And then the same thing will come here. This is it. So the next thing to do is to add allowances to it, extra allowances. So I'm going to add 2 inches to this. 2 inches. You can decide to add 1 inch, 1.5, or even half inch. That should be your preference, your personal decision. So I have another 2 inches here, and then I'll come here also 2 inches. So you can also decide that you will not observe the knee here, so you just from the hip line like this, and then you attach it to the down, but like this. And so this one is going to be extra here, but if you really want it to be pencil, then you have to consider this. Do you get it? So I have the front on the back. I folded it into 2. Okay, so what I have here is about almost 4 it's 4 inches. So I have extra 4 inches here. Now the side of the back is going to be the same. The changes are going to be at the hip line here. And so just as we took 1.5 from the front, we are going to add this 1.5 to the hip line. This is the hip line, so 1.5. Do you get it? The hip line. So our 1.5 is here, and so I'm going to use my curve, and I'm going to join it to the waistline. Do you get it? So this is it. Now on this hip line here, I'm going to come down by 6 inches from the hip line. 6 inches here. Do you get it? 6 inches here, and I'm going to join this to this, also using a curve. So at the end of the day, it's going to be like this. So exactly at this, you see. Then the next thing we are going to do is to add our zip allowance to it, because this is the back. So I'm going to have a zip allowance of 2 inches. So I have 2 inches from the waistline, 2 inches. I'll come here to measure the same 2 inches here. You can make the zip allowance 1.5, 1 inch. That should be okay. So 2 inches here. I'll come to this side to 2 inches all the way down. Okay. With a curve, you see. I'm just trying to draw a straight line here. Okay, and so this is it. So we are going to cut this, you see, all the way down, and then we also cut this also. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this zip line very well. So the next thing to do is to place this on a lining and cut the same thing for the lining. The only thing is I'm going to reduce the lining length. So I'll fold this on 1 inch this way and then measure the lining from the waist. So I'm going to cut like 38.5 for the lining. You get it? This style is actually going to be a straight dress, and I will take you through that one. So this is our skirts. I've added lining to it. Yes, I've attached lining from the down, just as I was saying that I'm going to pull 1 inch up, you see. So just shorten the lining and then pull it up. So this is what I have. So this is the back. So after adding the lining, I also decided to use pins to hold the zip allowance, you see, and then open it this way, iron it very well to get the shape to come out. This is where the buttons will sit. Do you get it? The front too, I've added my lining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my measurements on this 19 here. So 19, so I have 1 2 3 4 5, 2.5 on each side. So 19 here, and then we come to the hip side. So that's 9 inches. That's the hip side. Okay, so I have 23 here. 1 2 3 4. So I'm going to have 2 inches on each side and 2 inches also here. The down part. So I'm supposed to take 2 inches, 2 inches here, 2 inches here, but I'm going to go in a bit to make it 18. Yes, 18. 2.75. 2.75. Then do the same thing here also. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to join the points. Now when you come to the knee, where the knee side is, I'm going to come to the knee. That's 20 inches to do it. So I'm going to just take 2 inches from here. Then come here also 2 inches. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to join the point. And so from here, that's the knee side. I'm going to join it to this, the down here. So join it, and then come here also and join it the same way. You can choose to use a straight ruler. And choose to do it this way. Just pick the back like this and then attach it to the front this way, and then sew everything down. Okay, so I'll do that and we'll continue. Okay guys, so here is it for the skirt. You see the down part. So what I'm supposed to do is to add the top to it. So if you're making it skirt, it's the same thing. Do you get it? What you have to do is here you will sew it inside so that this place will be covered, or you can give it a band. But if you are giving it a band, make sure you subtract the length of the band from the length of the skirt. Do you get it? When you are attaching your zip or sewing your zip, don't forget to observe the curve here. Let it be exactly on the zip. Okay, let the line be exactly so. And so I'll finish all that and then show you the end result.